everybody, welcome to my channel. I know a lot of you have heard about what's going on with Alicia Keys. We're gonna go through memory lane real quick. Okay, excuse me. Allegedly, she's getting a divorce from her husband, Swizz Beatz. This is alleged. People are saying this with absolutely no evidence, but some people are celebrating it because we know how she ended up with Swizz Beatz. I have to say that I haven't seen a fall from grace in the entertainment industry like this in a long time. I mean, Alicia Keys was that girl in R&B, and now her fans are not really always supporting her. I mean, it's diabolical what we're seeing. And Alicia Keys was a very big star. I remember her album, Songs in a Minor. I bought the album. I was super excited. Alicia Keys was one of the biggest women in R&B during the 2000s. This is just a fact. Super talented, great songs that's timeless and beautiful. She had a lot of men that she could choose from, but she ended up married to Swizz Beatz, okay? Swizz Beatz is a pretty big music producer in R&B and hip hop, and I'm going to admit something to y'all. Y'all are going to be shocked by this, but I actually had a little bit of a crush on Swizz Beatz. I thought he was cute. This is not his best picture. I know his eyes is looking a little bit crazy, but I thought Swizz Beatz was cute. I'm not going to lie about it. All right. And he's still pretty big in the industry. So a lot of people were surprised that Alicia Keys ended up with Swizz Beatz because there have been people kind of rumors about her sexuality. I don't know for sure, but you can see this picture. But look, she ended up married to Swizz Beatz and she ended up having a baby with him. She got pregnant. They look really, really happy in this photo, despite how this all happened. They have 2 children together. They have 2 kids together. And there is a photo floating around right now where this white woman, not like it matters that she's white, but allegedly is pregnant by him. They're saying that he has made an outside baby on Alicia Keys and she's filing for divorce. Pictures of her with some type of papers. That's the rumor mill. Don't know how true it is, but there are people who actually are happy about this. They're saying, look, this is her karma because of what she did to Mashonda. He was married to Mashonda for a few years, and people are happy about this. They were married again for a few years. They had children together, and they were actually, allegedly, they were separated when he started his affair with Alicia Keys, okay? So Alicia Keys actually knew him when she was a teenager and she's in the industry. They were working together, allegedly some type of living situation. I don't know, but him and Mashonda were still married, but allegedly separated. And him and Alicia started, I guess, sleeping together, and he ended up divorcing Mashonda and he married Alicia. Now, with Mashonda, I mean, Mashonda has handled it pretty well. Mashonda was doing her thing in the music industry, too. She actually sung a few hooks on some songs by Jay-Z and other artists. And let's take a little trip down memory lane. And Mashonda is very beautiful. And, okay, let's see. Mashonda had went on Twitter to call Alicia Keys out when her husband, even though they might have been separated, was having an affair with Alicia Keys. She went public on Twitter because Alicia Keys would not respond to her. This is what Mashonda had said. Okay, she says, the first time I met Alicia Keys, my husband introduced us to each other at an event. I had no choice but to call him my husband, even though he's not anymore. I sent Alicia Keys some messages and I made it very clear that whatever she might be hearing, I am still married to my husband. I'm living with him and I just had a child. It's been 2 years and I still haven't received a response from her. It's constant displays of selfishness and disconcern to me and my son. I was a fan of Alicia Keys and we were signed to J Records, and I always checked on her projects. I sang her songs. I admired her for Superwoman, singing Superwoman and Karma. I would never deny her talent, and I believed her until I found out she was possibly sleeping with my husband. The affair was denied by both until it was finally admitted they were sleeping together months later. Okay, I can hear some of you saying, why are you blaming her? You can't make someone leave your wife. You can't break something that's broken. Well, my marriage was not broken. As far as I knew, we were celebrating the birth of our son and celebrating our 5-year anniversary. Call it blind love or whatever. I call it being a devoted wife. As far as me blaming her and not blaming him, that's false. Me and my husband have worked out our differences, and we're in a good place as parents and people. I accept his choices, and I'm comfortable enough with myself to move on. I'm blessed in many ways. My concern is with the Alicia Keys is no longer, in fact, she assisted in destroying my family, but she has the audacity to make selfish comments about love and wanting to be with someone after knowing their situation. How is this the same Superwoman that I was singing these songs outside of my truck? I asked myself. If you're reading this, Alicia Keys, let me start by saying, you know what you did, you know the role you played, and you know you contributed to the ending of my marriage. You know that I asked you to step back and let me handle my family issues that you helped create. I'm not saying everything was perfect, but no relationship is perfect. We made a vow to God, and I believe you should respect that as a woman. I know you owe me or my son. You don't owe us nothing, but I wish you would have handled things more carefully. I'm not judging you. I put this in the hands of God and a higher power. Just know that as a woman, I expected so much more from you. I never had intentions of reaching out to you this way. So that is what Mashonda said. A few months or a few years later, you see them together. She wrote the book Blended Family. And some people are wondering, did they have some sort of polygamy relationship or something because of how she was handling it? Maybe even living together sometimes. It was a little bit strange to some people. They reconciled. They have 5 children total. Okay, so she's getting along with Alicia Keys. She said she was doing it for her family. But, even looking at this picture, Mashonda doesn't look totally comfortable. I'm sorry. Something is off with this. I don't know what they got going on. People said, are they all sleeping together? Is she trying to get through the pain and just smile along? Look at Swizz Beatz. Swizz Beatz should be ashamed of his damn self. Now, I know people can move on, but something just isn't right. You see them on the beach. The man is kissing Alicia Keys. And look at Mashonda. While she's there, she doesn't look comfortable. And then some people are questioning, why is she even there sometimes with them? I don't know. People can be mature and try to handle things the best way they can. But all I can say is damn. Okay. So now allegedly he has cheated on Alicia Keys and got another woman pregnant. I wouldn't be shocked, but some people don't feel sorry for Alicia Keys if this is true. A lot of people are still on Mashonda's side and supporting Mashonda and saying that she's getting the last laugh if this is true. What Alicia did and Swizz Beatz did, and look at what's going on, allegedly. So what do you think about this? Alicia's fall from grace, her career hasn't been the same since this. I mean, sometimes some marriages don't work out. That happens in life. But, I guess maybe she thought she was her friend, or they both lied about it. They weren't sleeping together and then came out with it. And he did marry Alicia Keys. He's still married to her, and they started a family. They always seem super happy. They see Mashonda around smiling and stuff, even though, maybe they did have a lot of problems and it would have ended anyway. But she said no, she was still in her marriage. She still was living with him, and they had problems, but that was still her husband, still her man, and he's with Alicia. So again, what do you think if this is true, that he has cheated on Alicia and has an outside baby now? I don't know if she's really getting divorced. What do you think about this?